the next President of the United States of America, Donald Trump.
When Donald Trump filled the SNHU Arena in Manchester on the eve of the 2016 election, it sent a message. Politics was now a main event with a sellout crowd. One man capturing the national attention on a daily basis. It became a defining aspect of the Trump presidency, and New Hampshire took on a special significance in the drama. His 2016 primary win here was his first on the way to the White House, and for Trump, it was personal.
But I really have to begin by paying homage to my parents. Mary and Fred, they're up there, they're looking down, they're saying, this is something very special.
In November, Trump's general election loss in New Hampshire, even amid a national victory, was something he could not accept. The new president targeted the Granite State with accusations of widespread voter fraud, unsubstantiated by evidence. New Hampshire became a Trump test case for questioning the validity of elections, forcing officials to defend the vote.
It is real and valid.
There were other unprecedented moments. When it was reported Trump referred to New Hampshire as a, quote, drug-infested den, he didn't back down when we pressed him in a one-on-one interview.
Do you feel you owe the people of New Hampshire who might be offended by that an apology?
No, because this is what they tell me. I mean, they say, we're drug-infested, sir. We're drug-infested. I don't mean that as a knock. I mean, it's a fact.
In 2020, the administration touted promises made, promises kept, and the Make America Great Again base remained as strong as ever. Even amid a pandemic, Trump continued to draw massive crowds in the Granite State.
Sleepy Joe Biden doesn't care about New Hampshire. I saw that. He left this state before the primary was even over. He abandoned you.
In the aftermath of Trump's loss, those unfounded accusations of a stolen election he road tested in New Hampshire 4 years earlier went nationwide, culminating in a riot at the U.S. Capitol. It was a day that left America stunned. Now, Trump is attempting to return to power amid a renewed effort by some Republicans to deny his central role in the party. When he made his first New Hampshire campaign stop earlier this year, we asked about voters who may have changed their mind about him after what happened on January 6th.
Well, I'm not so sure they've changed their mind. I think when they see the way they're being treated so badly, patriots are being treated so badly, and they were there to protest an election that was just a horrible election.
The specter of legal trouble is looming, but for Trump, it's nothing new. Whether he can make a comeback in the New Hampshire primary will be for Granite State voters to decide.